my channel. Happy Thursday. I hope you guys enjoyed that summer playlist. I enjoyed making it. I hope it made you smile, kind of giggle a little bit. I did kind of wanted to throw a twist on it, so hopefully you guys did enjoy it. If not, it'll be throughout the video where I do leave suggestion videos, or you know, either my favorite or your guys' favorite videos. Today we are back with a Writer's Edition Lesson 5. It's kind of different than what you normally would see of a Writer's Edition. I kind of don't have my laptop here today, so we're definitely going to put a big, huge twist on it. If you guys are new, I do have other lessons of Writer's Editions. It'll be throughout the video. Usually I leave suggestions here or here. I love to make sure you guys get the best videos that I've done, or you know, the ones that you guys love as well, or suggest as well. So today I do have my handy dandy vocabulary words. I'm sure you guys do remember these through lessons maybe 1 through 3. I know they helped you guys out a lot. So I figured we'd kick off with a little bit of vocabulary words. If you would like to know where I got these from, I will definitely leave that link in the description below. And I also have my amazing, awesome, as you guys know, book here with me. I know some of you guys have gotten this. This is available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. If you are a new writer, or if you would want to become a writer or want to start writing your own book, I highly suggest this. This has helped me guide through both of my books, and you know, for the near future, and to help you guys out as well. I love to give you guys all my feedback that I have came up with and all of my notes. I do share them on our SANDFLAIR page, which is on Facebook. I do make sure that I post everything that I do on here, on there as well. I like to kind of give y'all a little bit of either a heads up, or like, hey, this is what I used in today's, you know, writer's lesson. So let's definitely get on with the video. I hope you guys enjoyed yesterday's video. If you guys didn't watch it, it'll be throughout the video. It did make me laugh. I did love putting a twist on that, and don't worry, there's more of those coming soon. I may do a Disney one. I've had a lot of comments about that, so definitely share and like and subscribe this video, and let's get on with our awesome Writer's Edition. I do have a bunch of note cards, well, vocabulary cards, so let's dig in and see what we can find out. And I do have a few pictures here that I would like to show you guys, and I will go over that after this, only because it contains the books, and I know most of y'all are wondering what comes in once I get the book. Do I just get the book, or do I get like special things? I do have kind of an updated special package, just because it is 2020 and it hasn't really gone that far for us. So definitely stay tuned to the end of the video, plus more of that giveaway. I did post a little bit on our Facebook page for you guys to get a little bit more update. So today I'm going to upload information on that today, so you guys can definitely get more information. So today's vocabulary word is called pulled question. It is a direct question taken from a story and treated as a graphic to draw attention to the text. So the reason why I pulled this one, which is a pulled question, could be the main topic, the main storyline, what someone wants to know about. It could be an object, a place, which an object could be like a book, it could be a rock, it could be just about anything that you could possibly think of. It could be a spaceship, it could be a mountain, it could be a special tree, it could be anything you wanted it to be, as long as it contains either the graphics of how you want it to, the question to be, or how you want the main part to kind of like come to life as well. And as another question I get is verify, is to check for accuracy, to where if, say you're done with your first 2 chapters and you want to make sure that it's on topic characters have enough, like, I want to say, words to stay on topic and to stay in character. Make sure that character has enough like pages or enough lines in that book, kind of like you're writing a play. Make sure that character has enough role or has been seen a lot, or if that's a character you want to just like come in for a little bit and then kind of slowly die off. I do have a few like that in my book, so I can definitely understand, but definitely a verify. You can verify as much as you want. That could be in like your rough draft, your brainstorm, hey, does this look good? Is it correct? Should I, add a little bit more? I definitely say, as in all of my writer's editions, definitely keep brainstorming. If you come up with something new and you want to change something, go for it. There is no judgment in brainstorming. There's no judgment in changing something, or if someone tells you this is wrong, or, oh, you should do it this way. It all comes down to the end of the day is what you want and what you want your book to be. And today's other question is follow-up question, which is a question that follows a source, responds to another question intended to get the source to add or continue with an answer or an explanation. So I kind of picked that, which is very kind of tricky, which I will show the back. If you guys would love to write down these questions, I will leave these on my Facebook page. I would love to. Most of them are kind of on there as well, which I will kind of retag that a little bit for y'all. But I love to make sure that I get the most important questions in vocabulary, words, and everything. And here is another one, which is confidentiality. This one I do take very seriously. So say you want to publish your book, or you want someone to read your book, but you don't want anyone else to know, to where you want it to be like a surprise. You want it to, be between you and that other person. This is when you say, okay, it's confidentiality, only you and me could read it, which is the assurance of a source for restricted information. So you can only give out so much information. That's like if you was buying a house or getting a bank account. You want to make sure you take your book as serious as that. Once you want someone to read it, like, hey, don't, share this, or I'm only sharing bits and pieces with people. I definitely say those few vocabulary words are kind of my favorite, just because a lot of it can be leaked, or, oh, hey, this person's writing a good book. Let's just share everybody even though we're not supposed to. I would definitely say, which I don't know if I have that word with me, but I will leave information either here or here. You guys know I do like to leave a little bit of information throughout the video. If not, you can see it on my Facebook page as well. And another thing is, which gets a lot of feedback on, which is copyright. I'm pretty sure most of us know what this word means or what this word can do. I've had not a lot of in-runs with copyright, but I can definitely say I do not take this word very lightly. But I will not read the definition because I'm sure you guys already know the definition. But my personal definition is to make sure you have either all the links, all the information, make sure you've done your research, make sure, there's no other book titles that are maybe the same, or if you look up your book title, how many comes up with that. I would definitely kind of make sure, your book is good to go and it's all about you. There's no one that, can refer to that book. I would definitely just make sure you're not copywriting other people's book. I've had to do the research. I've had a lot of, video watching, messaging other people, like, have you seen a type of book like this? If you want any of those links or information, I will have all that on our Facebook page, and I'll also have a link to where I did my copyright for free books. I definitely use that link a lot. I still use it today. So I will definitely do that in the description below for you guys. You guys can definitely use it and get a lot of information off of it. Trust me, it works. I do believe there is a lot of, hatred out there that people will say you're copyright and stuff. So I definitely do take accountability of that. I definitely would say, you know, do your research, you know, make sure, you know, your book is you. You came up with the book, you came up with the characters and everything, and make sure you're doing everything you can to make sure someone's not going to copyright it or someone's not going to, you know, say you stole this or stole that. I definitely do recommend that. And another one that I do like to announce is direct question. Direct question is intact wand or word account of with a source said in question or quotation marks in a we're not gonna finish that. It's a Thursday, guys. As you could probably say, you know, it's okay. Direct questions are always to make sure that either the main character or the second main character or one of the main characters, make sure you have a direct question throughout each of the, maybe the last page of each chapter or the second page of each chapter. Just kind of make sure you have that direct question and make sure you're using all those quotation marks and make sure you're getting, you know, each character of each chapter kind of closed to where when you do go to the next chapter, you're not leaving anything hanging unless you're like me and have like a little bit of a mystery through the next chapter, but making sure each of the other characters and everything is closed off for the next chapter. I'm sure that sounds confusing, but let me tell you, when you say it 100 times, because you'll know. And another one is, let me find another one for y'all. I know you guys are probably wondering, where's the question at? Because you know me, I love to start off with a question. And I kind of sense, you know, we are in lesson 5, and you guys probably already know all the questions. So I'm taking what is called a freebie, and I'm hoping you guys, you know, don't let me down. Answer the questions yourself and kind of get all that information, you know, that we usually go over. You're more than welcome to watch lessons 1 through 4. They're all up on here. I will leave them here or here throughout the video for you guys, but I definitely, hopefully, you guys answer those questions yourself. And as we can see, I do have one. It's called Deadline. And deadline is the latest time a story can be finished in order to be printed in the papers or shown to anyone, like your friends, your family, your neighbors, your coworkers, you know, just anyone that you want to be shown. Like, hey, here's my book. Read it. Let me, you know, what do you think of it? And what do you like about it? And tell me your feedback. I'm not going to go over a lot of vocabulary words today, but I will definitely leave all the ones that we did go over on my Facebook page, and I will try to put a visual of them on the video. I'm still working on that, but definitely recommend doing vocabulary words. They do help. They are recommended for book people. I can definitely say it. But most of these are actually on my Facebook page, but I will definitely put them back up and kind of refresh the status and pictures and everything. So I am going to kind of get into what comes in the books. So with me today, I do have a copy of my book. And I love my book. I worked very hard on it. I can't believe it's almost a year old, but I'm very proud of it. I've heard a lot of feedback. I've read it so many times, but I do love it as well. So when you order my book, this beautiful thing right here, you do get the book cover, which is a photo of it, and on the back, which it will say a little bit of information like, you know, thank you for ordering this. Thank you for, you know, getting my book and everything. And I will have on the back a little bit of information like promo codes for where I got this and just links to our information and everything. And then you will either get, and I'm sure most of you, if you've not seen any of my Reader's Editions or any of my book updates, I will throw in what could be or could have been, or will be maybe a book cover for book 2. As you guys know, I did release book 2's cover, which looks like this. There may be a sequel to book 2. It might be coming next year. Could be this fall. You never know. But you will either get one. This is a special item, or I would like to call a special picture. This was originally going to be the book cover for book 2 until I had another idea given to me. And then this one is one of the ones that I created for fans, for you guys to have, which will have a little message on the back of it. So you will get maybe this one. This one's if you get this one, then you're awesome. But I may include them in all of them. I'm not for sure. I kind of like to do spontaneously random extra gifts or whatever. So I'll let you know on this one. But I do like it. This one will be kept in mind for maybe a book 2 sequel to book 2. Hopefully that made sense to y'all. But you will definitely get a picture of book 1, and you will definitely get a picture of book 2, which will have information on the back of it as well, and plus the awesomeness of this. I do got to say, if you would notice, okay, so this is something that you guys might think, well, this is the same as this. So I have one that is bold, like this, which is the same as this, except for the only thing that is different is the word font. So I just wanted to kind of let you know that I have this one, which is a little bit more up close, and this one is a little bit more foggy with smoke, and you can't see really of the yellow moon in the back of it. But I definitely wanted to kind of point that out as well. Just so y'all know that y'all aren't, they're 2 different ones. I've had a few questions about that, so hopefully you guys didn't get too confused. If that was confusing, I will leave more information on my Facebook page about that. But I just kind of wanted to update you guys. And yes, I will be sending out everyone's books. I know it's been a minute with the postal service and everything going on. So I will definitely be sending these out. Plus, in my next video coming up soon, I will have just a short little video about book 2 and what's going on with it, what's the information on it, what's the status of it. So right now I'm only mailing out book 1. If you've contacted me about book 2, you are definitely on the waiting list. I will hopefully be able to mail those out. Hopefully, I'm not going to say this weekend, but hopefully in the next few days or the next week or so. So hopefully you guys can get book 1 and book 2 together, because I'm definitely working on another project that I would love to share with you guys, but I want to make sure that book 2 gets its moment and everything, kind of like book 1 did. And we're going to start with the awesomeness, which you guys know. I love this book a lot. I will definitely start reading from a few different pages and everything to get y'all kind of going and get y'all all that information for you. Okay, so I got the book already, and we're going to, which I will not show you, I want to be surprised, but I may show a little bit of information and stuff from this, but you guys know I love to keep everything a surprise and everything kind of awesome. I would definitely recommend go getting one of these. So I'm going to read which is a little story for an example. If you like something towards my books or something towards I want to say like mystical or mystery, definitely recommend fantasy and mystery. I love books like that. So I would definitely recommend. So I'm going to read from this. I do have it highlighted and stuff for you guys, for me to make sure I know what I'm reading for you guys. It is definitely a Thursday. Okay, so this is where this is called the second pillar, which I will show you what it is. which I will read a little bit from the first pillar, which when I talk about pillars, you're probably going to ask, what is it? And it is this right here. This kind of has like a story, which you're probably saying, well, what is it? It is a bridge to somewhere, just a bridge to anywhere. It could be a bridge to, you know, wherever. And I kind of read a little bit through of it, the story that it has in the book, which there's a bunch of stories in here. I loved it. The most ones that I've read, but I wanted to share. If you guys have ever seen, which I'm sure if my family members are watching, I have not seen Gone with the Wind, so I will probably have to binge watch that this weekend. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a lot of comments about that. I have not seen Gone with the Wind, or if I have, it was either in theater or drama class. I'm going to read before I get a lot more into the explanation. When it says, let's use Gone with the Wind as an example. In the first act, Scarlett O'Hara is sitting on a perch flirting with Brent and Stern. If I say any names wrong, I will put them either here or here, so you guys definitely know who I'm talking about. You guys probably already know what I'm talking about, so hopefully this gives me a little bit of an idea of what Gone with the Wind is. We get to know her as a selfish, charming, privileged, antebellum quality. If I say anything wrong, I will put like what I mean, what I'm saying, or I will just keep going and spell it out the greatest I can. She uses her charm to entertain the men around her and play like the carp on a hook. A sister of the Trellum twin sister says Scarlett is a fast piece if I ever saw one. This sounds like a very interesting movie or book. I'm not going to read too much into it because I kind of don't want to spoil myself for it, but I just kind of wanted to get that as an example of what maybe this story is going to be like. And this one is called The Second Pillar. I'm just going to read a little bit of it. It kind of sounds a little bit mystery to me. Hopefully you guys do like it. I am so sorry if this video is all over the place. I kind of wanted to do a little twist, a little random, you know, your day-to-day Thursdays type of video. You guys will definitely still get every 30 minutes of each video from now on of the Writer's Edition, but it's going to be, you know, you're funny, you're laid back, you know, misspelling words, you know, everyday writers, you know, basic. And the second pillar, or the doorway, happens. This is often an event that feels like a major crisis or a setback, or it can be a clue or a discovery. Regardless, it pushes the lead character into Act 3. It forces the final battle to the revolution. Indeed, it makes it possible. All of these leads to the second pillar, the crisis that occurs when Scarlett O'Hara's right. Scarlett is to believe she belonged to Ashley forever and ever, and yet she says yes to Riot's proposal. Why? Because it was almost as if he had willed the word and had spoken it without her own voter. Sounds like a pretty insane little story. I'm not going to read too much. I will continue it in the lesson 6. I just kind of wanted to give a little spin off of it for you guys, and I'm going to go over a little bit more of the notes that I have saved. Most of you guys were wondering, which I did post a picture, I think, a little bit back of one of the things that I do like to use, and I will show it to you again. If y'all are new, I do kind of go off of this a little bit. I use this in lessons 1 through 3. I didn't use it in 4, but I did go over a little bit of it. That is a great communication between you and your brainstorming paper. It does help. It kind of helps you get into character and helps you get into all the information you need. And I'm going to read a little bit of notes that I have planned. And this is where, note cards for spaces. And this is where I will read born from a what if question. I get this a lot. I'm sure most of you who have already finished maybe chapters 1 through 3. If not, it's a-okay to keep going. What if question is, what if a dinosaur were cloned? And this is going off of the Jurassic Park. I have seen all those, so I definitely can read a little bit more into it. I did make sure if it was a movie or something I didn't see, I did not read it yet. But I kind of wanted to read a little bit of born from a what if question. And I kind of looked at the title, and I was like, is it trying to mean bored of what if questions? Because let me tell you, I get a lot of those daily about either my book or what if this could go in, or what if that, or what if, this character could be this. If you're a book writer like me or just starting out, you do get a lot of what if questions. And what if the woman stopped giving birth? Or what if marinas invaded the earth? Or what if Scorpios could be a part of like a book or something? I definitely say I do get a lot of boredom what ifs or born what ifs. I do get a lot of those. And another one is clear emotion focus. So this is where you're going to take all your emotions and just clear them out. To where when you're writing your book on your first character, you want their emotions to either be on happy, emotions very sad, whatever that emotion is, that's the one that you're going to stick with, either through that chapter or through that book, or however you want to play that. That's the main emotion you will want to stick with. And you will want to make sure that character is always either a part of, or if you change it, you'd be like, okay, well, this is how I want to change that emotion and focus on that one a little bit more. It is very hard to change emotions for your characters. Even if it is in a book, it gets very hard. I can definitely say that. And another one is including some truly unique element. Like my book, in book 1, I want to say I've had a lot of feedback on chapter 3. Why is chapter 3 very unique than anything other than the book? When I was writing chapter 3, which chapter 3 of my first book is my favorite, I wanted it to be unique because 1, I do like moonshine, and 2, I like the history about moonshine. I've always kind of, wanted to learn a little bit, so I thought, why not Kevin's grandparents be, these old-time moonshiners, or who used to sell it, who used to build it, who used to, build stuff around the moonshining industry back in, the good old days. So I thought, why not do that as kind of a little bit of, a unique element. I do have a few other unique elements in my first book and in my second. I do kind of just base it off of a lot of unique information and a lot of unique other things. And another thing is high degree or ordinary. I would definitely, when I read the little information of how people often to use interchanging abilities with words such as fresh, new, or intervoked, but does it really mean to be original or ordinary? I like to say when I was writing my book, as an example, I like to be ordinary. I want to be unique, ordinary, mystery, fantasy as much as it could be, kind of all over the place. Like, why is this teenage boy talking to himself? Why does he, want to do all this, but it's not coming out in the book? I definitely love to do that as much. In each of my books, I love to just do unique information and everything, and I do enjoy it. But I'm going to stop the video here for today, and I will see you guys in my next one. You guys know I try to post 3 times a week, sometimes 4, but I will definitely get back into the routine. I do have a lot more videos coming up, especially for my Disney fans and for my book fans as well. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this. Definitely share, comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in our next video. And don't forget to smile and have a good day. And hopefully, I kind of want to leave this off as a cliffhanger. Hopefully I will have an intro and an outro very soon. If you guys have any ideas, definitely go comment on my last Instagram page, and I will see you guys in our next video.